Hi, this is Ryan with Tremonti. Today we're going to look at updating the blog module to have some cool custom styles for your blog page. One of the things we'll add is a grow class with hover. We will make the grid layout 3-column. We'll also update the sidebar to include a border style, and we will update the rows to be equal height even when the excerpt is at different line heights. So those are just a couple things that we'll do. Let's get started. So here's how the blog page looks at this point in time. You can see that it is 2 columns, and it has varying heights. So let's start with the page editor itself, and when we go into the module settings, let's make sure that we have the these two classes identified. This one will ensure that we have 3-column layout, and this one will equalize the row heights. So let's go ahead and grab this snippet, add it to our theme options integration, and in the head, and save. All right, if we go back to the page, now that we've added that JavaScript, we can see that even though that these excerpts are different lengths, the row itself is equal. So let's go into further customizations by opening up the theme customizer or your child theme style.css file. And the first thing that we'll do is we will add the 3-column grid. Okay, now we have 3 columns. If you'd like it to be 4, you can change the numbers here to be 4 and 1 of 4. And then don't forget to update this area. It should be around 24% and 1 of 4. So let's just take a look quickly and see what that looks like. And here we have it. Okay, so a few other customizations that are nice touches to the blog module and corresponding sidebar include the following. You have the hover and grow information, the shrink image on mobile, paginated border, and the widget title text. So let's just add everything in. And one of the things for the header and grow area that you can do is you can increase the scale. So if you'd like it to grow a little bit bigger, make sure to change this from 1.01 to something like 1.09. And so this will be reflected, and you need to make the changes twice for different browser support. So let's just take a look at what that looks like. You can see this is the example of the 1.01. And then once we refresh the live page, we can see the example of how it looks with 1.09. So you can see that the grow is pretty significantly different with just that 0.0 change. I like erring on the side of a more subtle transformation, so I like the 1.01. Next on the list is looking at the blog module from the mobile view, and you can see that the image is significantly larger than the excerpt and text area, even when you shrink the window further. So what I like to do for these instances is reduce the height of the image without reducing the width. And in order to do that, we have this line of text that says the max height should be 350 pixels. You can increase that or decrease that. And then it should fit to cover so that the image isn't going to shrink width-wise as well. If we didn't have this, the image wouldn't be full width as it is right now. So let's just add this back, and once that's done, and I apologize for the slow page loading, my internet is going crazy today. So okay, let's refresh the page and take a look and see what this looks like. And you'll see that the image is being cropped now. And sometimes, depending on the images that you use, it may not look the greatest, so you may have to tweak that max height. But in this case, it looks pretty good. And now it's not so much larger than the content area. All right, next on the list we have the paginated border. That one is very quick and easy. It's just, I like to add a little bit of line style to the pagination just to be kind of in sync with what the widget title looks like. So if we go to older entries, we can see that for the newer entries, it's on the left-hand side. And all you need to do is add this information. This is your older entries, and this is your newer entries. So you have the right border here for older and left border for newer. All right, and then last on the list, we have the widget header, which this is just what you need for the kind of that middle border / divider look in between the widget titles. So most of this does not get changed, but if you'd like to update the width of this border, you would do that here. And then if you wanted to change the color of the border, you would do that in this area, both of these areas. Now that we've custom created a blog page to match our design preferences, we can also do the same for the archive pages, which are these ones. Whenever I select one of the categories for a blog, I'll get something that looks like this. So I'd like this to look more in line with the design that we've created here on this page. To do that, we'll leverage the Divi Theme Builder. So go to Divi Theme Builder, create a new template, and then I've already created this one, so I'm going to click on Custom Body. If I do that, I'm brought to here. And then I added this new row, which matches the same structure as the page for this, where the blog is. And then I added the sidebar, the blog post area, so that I have the same settings here. And these lines will come up. You have to add the rounded corners to get it to look more in line with what you have on the blog page. But then going to this area, you add the blog module just as you would for the regular page, but make sure that posts for current page is set to yes. That means it'll retrieve all of the posts that are tied to the category that you selected. So if I clicked on a certain category A and I go to the archive for category A, I'll just see those posts. And then the final touch is, after you've made some of your design changes to make sure that it looks similar to how you had it on the blog page, is to just go back into the CSS ID and classes and add these two classes as we did at the beginning of the video for the blog page. Then you just save, and once you're done, make sure that you have assigned this to the category pages. And by doing that, or to do that, we'll just go and select all archive pages, click save, and save changes. And then the end result will be that it looks very similar to your blog page whenever you select on any of these categories. So I hope you have found this very helpful. The download to the blog, or the section of this template, will be made available on the tremonti.com website. Also, please go there to see our plugins and take a look at our latest plugin, which is Divi Responsive Tables, which is a great way to create beautiful tables within the Divi Builder in seconds. This has been Ryan with Tremonti. Thank you.